Hello everyone, you are welcome to another video. So in today's video I want to show you how to create a table containing records of the time. If you come to the left hand side of the workbench, you will discover Samis the analyst, which is a database, is bold. Okay, the word is bold. The reason why it is bold is because this is the active database that I am currently working on. So if I want to create the table in a different database, I'll type in use. There are several databases here. I want to use SQL tutorial, so I'll say SQL tutorial. Then I'll run this. Okay, you can see it has gone. Now I want to create the table. I'll use the function create table. All the functions must have to be in capital letter. Okay, the first table I want to create is users. Then let me enlarge this. This is the record that I want to put into the table users. Now in this table users, I need the index number. I'll be creating the index number, creating the first name of the user, the last name, the address of the user, and also the email address of the user. So I'll minimize that, and then I'll take in the ID. Now what do I want the ID to be? What is the data type? I want it to be an integer. Okay, and then I want the name to be in nvarchar. Okay, and then this should be 20. Okay, the last name, so I'll put this as first underscore name. Then I'll take this as last underscore name. Data invarchar2. How many should the strings be? I want it 20. What else again did I mention? Talked about the address and then the email address. So I typed in this here address. Address should also be invarchar, and then invarchar is also 20. Finally, the email address. Okay, so the email address should be invarchar2 invarchar, and then I want this to also be 20, or let me put it as 25. So I close. Okay, so that is for the first table users. There's an error here. Let me see what the error is. Then okay, so then I want to create another table called products. So in order for me not to, I'll simply copy this, Control C, Control V. I also want to create another one, Control V. So there are three tables I want to quickly create. So this will be products. Okay, the product also, if I enlarge this, the product has the product ID, the product name, description, the user ID, and then the price. Okay, so I'll come in here and then I'll type, okay, so this is product ID, or this should also be ID. Okay, then product name, then this should be description. We will leave the data types to be the same in virtual, and then this should be users ID. Okay, so users ID is an integer, so make this to be int, so there's no need for this. Okay, then the last, okay, is the price. So you have the price, which is float. We change the name, this is float, and then there's also no need for this. Then this will be price. Orders table, orders. Okay, we have the orders ID. This should be the users ID, product ID, and then agent logged. Okay, agent logged. So this should be ID. Then you have the users underscore ID. So this is integer. Okay, then you have this should be product ID. So product ID is int. Okay, and then I'll do away with this. Then in this case it's agent logged in. So this is int. So this is how you create the table, the empty table. Then let's try to make it bold and see all that is involved. So you can see this is how you create it. So I'll simply click this and then execute. Okay, let's see. 4 warnings. In virtual implies the character cell which will be placed. Please consider using. Okay, so it's warning me concerning the virtual, so I prefer to use virtual. Okay, email address. By the way, virtual means variable characters. Okay, I'll do same for all. I think that's all. So here also using virtual. So if I run this now, okay, let's see. Table users already exists in SQL table. So there is a table already called the users table. Let's see users. Okay, let's call this users product orders products users. So I'll run this. Okay, it has gone. I'll also run this, and then I'll also run this. So we have successfully created the table. But when you try to see the table using the select statement, select everything from user. Okay, you discover that you have an empty table. Can you see there are no values in it? So in order for us to enter values into it, we are going to use the insert function. Insert into, okay, users. Okay, then values. So we are inserting for the first ID. Let's see what we have for this. Okay, so into users one look 1 comma look. So look is in string format. Okay, the reason why it is in string format is because it is a word. Okay, it is a word. It is alphabetic word. So because of that, you put it in lateral string. Then this is 1640 River Side Street, and then close this. The address look at hotmail.com, then we'll close. Okay, you have a comma there, and then you go to the next line. Can you see that? So because in order to save us time, I'll simply copy the rest of the table, the rest of the data here. I just need 10 records. I'm creating 10 records. I'll copy this, Ctrl C, and then I'll paste it here, Ctrl V. So can you see that? So many a times it is good as data analyst to make the notes using a notepad so that it can help you. You can do it. You can simply copy it into the workbench. So we want to enter insert values into the next table, which is product, into products. For this one there's an underscore, values. Okay, and then so since we have created it here, we'll simply copy these two, or we can 192 comma Capon Simon. Whether you like it or not. Okay, so that is the description. Okay, this is the product ID, this is the product name, this is the description. Let's see once again. We have the user ID and then the price. So the user ID here is 0, then the price is 14.99. put a comma. So this is how you enter, and then we'll come here and copy the rest. You drag this way, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So we insert into the last table, insert into orders underscore S values. Okay, this is 1,5, 196,0. Copy this, Ctrl C, and then this is Ctrl V. So now we have been able to create it. So let's try to see what we can do. So I will run this, I'll execute it. You can see the response. Always check out for the response here. What is the response? Data too long for column address at row 5. Row 5, data too long for column address. Okay, so this is row 5. So we are having a challenge with this. I'll simply do this one, River Street, and then I'll run again. Okay, you can see it has gone. I'll come down. So of course you can also put in the null value. Okay, the null value. Okay, what does it say? Data too long for column description at row 1, column description row 1. Okay, So I'll shorten it. The reason why it is producing this error is because when I created the table, I gave the minimum characters in the description to be 20. Okay, so let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Okay, I think this will go. Control enter. Oh, it is still much, so I have to do this, and then let's see again for row 2. Oh, okay. It was an error on my part. I should have increased the number of characters that can go into it. Sorry about that, please. Okay, I think when I run this, let's see for row 5. Row 5. This 1 2 3 4 5. For row 5. I'm trying to shorten the characters. Okay, so eventually it has gone. So then we have this. So this will select everything from users. Okay, can you see? So this is the table. Next one, select everything from products. Can you see the null also appeared? So you can see. And then lastly, select everything from others. So you can see. So that is how it works. Thank you so much for sticking to this time. See you next time.